my name is Kate and welcome back to Chickadee Says. With Valentine's Day next weekend and me being the dog versions of a crazy cat lady with my two little lovelies who are going to be my Valentines this year, I thought it would be fun to share a little Valentine's Day puppy treat recipe that you can make for your own pups. It is only 4 ingredients, super simple, super easy to make. So let's get started. So first things first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You want that nice and hot before these treats go in so they'll puff up beautifully. You'll need 2.5 cups of flour. This is whole wheat, stone ground, organic flour from Bob's Red Mill. Hey! Squish. Next, you'll need some peanut butter. I make my own out of these roasted unsalted peanuts I get from Natural Grocer. Really simple to make your own peanut butter if you have a food Tinkerbell, you cannot eat the peanut butter now. Really simple to make peanut butter if you have a food processor. Literally roast your peanuts, pop them in, and grind until it turns into butter. So you need a 1/2 cup of this peanut butter, which the girls are very excited about. You get some later. To make this nice and Valentine-y, I have 1 big red beet. It's about, when you cut it up, it'll be about a cup. If you're using a food processor, you can cut this up into chunks. However, if you don't have a food processor, you can absolutely still use this recipe. All you just need to do is shred the beet on like a cheese grater instead. And last but not least, you will need 2 eggs. These are brown, free-range organic, but you can use any eggs that you have on hand. You girls don't like these. No, not until they're in the cookies. And also, to make these super Valentine's Day, I have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, which is what the treats are going to look like. All right, you girls ready to get cooking? Yeah, let's go. Go on. I popped on a pair of kitchen gloves to make sure that I didn't look like I had murdered someone after chopping up all of my beets. So just chop them up into rough chunks, pop them in your food processor. If you aren't using a food processor and maybe a blender instead and you're shredding those beets, go ahead and make sure you do that now. Add in your 2 eggs and blend until smooth. Next, the peanut butter goes in. Once again, lots of blending, making sure all of that peanut butter is nice and fully incorporated. Next comes the flour. I add in a little bit at a time. This recipe is pretty big, so it'll take lots of mixing to get all of that flour incorporated as well. Just pop some in, blend it up. Sometimes if you need to, you can add a little bit of water, and then everything finally gets poured into a bowl to blend completely. So go ahead and knead that with your hands. Once again, everything needs to be super incorporated, and this will get all of that last bit of flour and everything like that into the actual dough. Next comes a little bit of wax paper and a rolling pin. Just go ahead and roll out that dough to maybe about 1/4 inch. You can make these treats as thick or as thin as you'd like. Just want to make sure everything is super even, so we'll all cook evenly as we pop them into the oven. I'm using that heart cookie cutter here and cutting out lots of fun heart shapes. And when we pop these into the oven, they're actually going to puff up. Some will have air bubbles, stuff like that, so they'll be nice and soft. So make sure you leave a little bit of room for that. Pop them into your preheated oven, and they go in for between 20 to 25 minutes. Mine for about 25. So now that those are out of the oven and nice and cool, the girls are very excited, as you can see. Yes, they're going to be super yummy, but we don't want to get crumbs on the couch. Anyhow, so my tray made 15 cookies. And I only used about half the batter, so I'm going to pop this in a little bit of saran wrap, put it in the freezer, and that will keep it good for the next time you want to make some cookies. If you prefer the recipe written down, it's going to be on my blog. The link on that will be below. And as you can see, I love how these cookies come out. They're nice and poofy. So they're nice and poofy. It's a big substantial treat. So you don't have to give them too many. The beet's going to be super sweet, so most dogs are going to love them. But yeah, they're also really healthy. All whole ingredients, all organic. Can't get better than that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Let me know who your Valentine is in the comments below, because you guys all know my two little fluffies are mine this year. And we are about to go try some of these treats. You'll see a clip of that later. I just don't want red crumbs all over the couch. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Are you girls excited? Do you guys want some of these? They're nice and poofy. Sit. You say, oh, woo. Say, oh, woo. Okay, ready? One for Tink, one for Miko. You like those, huh? Oh, you coming back for another one? Miko, no stealing. Excuse the super messy apartment. What do you think you're doing?